In this session, I'm going to discuss how to perform CRUD operation in Django. So let's now we are trying going to implement CRUD operation in Django. Let's understand step by steps how we can perform CRUD operation in Django. So first of all, I'm going to create new project. So we create new project. How we can create new project? Using Django admin command. So Django hyphen admin and space then project start project. You can write start project and then project name. So suppose I give the project name like CRUD project. CRUD project. I give the name like a CRUD project. Now press enter. Now you can check here. Once project is created, yes, no, it will create one folder. Now you can check here. One project is created. One project is created with name CRUD project. Now after creating the project, we will create one application. So as earlier we have discussed, Django project is nothing collection of application. So within a project, you can create a number of application. So how we can create application? You can write command Django hyphen admin, and in place of start project, you can write command start app. Which command you can write? Start app. You can write command start app. So Django hyphen admin start app and then app name. I want to create one application with CRUD app. Suppose project name is a CRUD project. Within a CRUD project, I'm going to create CRUD app. Now press enter. Now we have created. Okay, but we have did one mistake. What mistake we have did? Let's understand. Actually, within a project, we have need to create an application. But where we have created application, we have created outside the project. So this is our CRUD project and this is our CRUD application. Let's remove this one first. Both we have deleted. Go back in our CMD once again. Let's create a project first of all. I'm going to create Django admin start project and project name. Once project is created, then you need to move your project directory. So how you can move? CD space and project directory name. Once you move your project directory, now within a project, I am going to create one Django application. So how we can create? We can type command Django admin start app and application name. Now once you press enter, you can check here. What it will do? It will create one application within your project. Now you can open that project in VS Code. So how you can open? You can type command code space dot. Now once you type this command, now it will open your project in VS Code. Let's now we open the VS Code. You can check here. Opening a project in VS Code. So now project is open. You can check here. This is your project. What is the project name? CRUD project. Under the CRUD project, you have one application, CRUD app. Now open the terminal from here. New terminal. Now you can check here, guys. Once you open your application, with an application, you can check here. You have several files: admin.py, model.py, test.py, and view.py file. All these files are available. Okay. So you have your project. This is your root project, and you have this application. Within a project, you can create a number of application. You can create a number of application. Now here one thing first of all, within a project application, you have one file admin.py, app.py, model.py, test.py, view.py. But at project level, if you open your project, you can check here project level, you have these files, setting.py file, url.py file, So first of all, we open the url.py file. Actually, in the url.py file, we are defining URL. Yes, no? So within a project, you can create multiple application. So for application level URL, whatever URL routing you want to define, you need to define at application level under CRUD application. So what I'm going to do, I copy this url.py file and we'll move to our CRUD application and we'll paste that one more file, url.py file in our application. So we will create new file in application level. So in this url.py file, we define all URL, whatever we have required for our application. At project level, we define project specific URL. But application level, whatever URL we have required, we're defining under application url.py file. But that url.py file of application we can include in our project. How we can include? If you want to include your application URL file in your project, so you can use include. And here you can check here you can use path, yes, no, path. And here you can give a path. Suppose what is the path? URL pattern. Suppose I give the URL pattern /CRUD. Yes, no? And then now we need to specify view. Sorry, we need to specify actually this URL for which one? Now we need to include. Yes, no? We need to call here include. And here we need to pass. Actually, this URL for which? This URL for which application? CRUD demo. CRUD app, sorry. My application name is a CRUD app. So we specify here CRUD app. Now we have include, yes, no, application level URL in your project url.py file. So it means you can access your application by specify this URL. And after that, you can save this file. Now, once you have saved this file, now you will move to your application. You can check here, guys. You have created one application with name CRUD app in your project. In project, we have setting.py file. Whatever application you have created in your project. So in setting.py file, you can check here. Here we have installed apps. Here we need to list out all those applications that you have created in a project. So we have created one application with name CRUD. So here we can specify that application name CRUD app. Which application we have created? CRUD app. So you need to list out all those applications that you have created inside your application. Now, second thing, now we need to go our application. My application is a CRUD app within application. Now, what my requirement? We want to perform CRUD operation. If you want to perform CRUD operation, so what you need to do? Suppose we need to create one table in the database where we can store the data. So which data we want to store? Whatever data you want to store in the database, it means you need to define one model in your application. What is a model in Python? Model is nothing. Model is a class in Python. Corresponding for that class, you want to create one database table. So you can create one model class and Django will generate table for corresponding for model class. So who will generate? Django will generate. So how we can create a model class? So if you want to create model class in your project, so go to your application. We have application CRUD app. In this application, we have one file models.py file. So you can define all required model in your model.py file. Suppose I want to define one model, yes, no, student model. Suppose I want to define one student model. So how we can define model? You can check it. In the model is nothing, it's just like a class. You can define one class, yes or no? I give the class name like student. I have created one class with student. And each model class is a subclass, is the child class of predefined models. So in models, you can check in models module, we have one class model. Yes, no, model. So it means here we have created one model class. How you can make your class as a model class? Model class you can define inside model.py file. In model.py file, you can define one Python class just by inheriting predefined model class. And now in this model class, you can define whatever field you require for your model. Suppose I need to create one field, name field for your model. So name equal to, I create one field may. So how you can create? In the models, you have one method char field. Char field method used to create one character type field. So I want to create one character type field, and here we can specify max underscore length. What the maximum length we have required to give? Suppose I give the maximum length for this field 20. So it means it will create one field for your model name. Now similar, I want to create one more field, email. So you can write model dot, here we have email field. You can check here models dot email field. You can create email field. And now we need to create one roll number field. So roll number equal, how you can create using models. Model dot which type field we need to create? Integer field. So we need to create integer field. Now we have created roll number. Now we want to create one more field, section. So I section. So models dot which type field? Char field. And here we specify maximum length, max underscore length. Suppose I give the maximum length is 30. So here we have created one model, yes or no? Clear? So here we have created one model class, yes or no? That model class we want to persist, yes or no? Which model? Student model. Which model? Here we created student. Okay, once you define this model class, now we want to generate one table for this model in a backend. So who will convert this model class into your SQL table? Django will responsible to convert this model class into your SQL table. So how we can convert? So you need to open the terminal. In the terminal, you need to write two commands. One is a manage.py make migration, and second Python manage.py migrate command. Okay, let's understand. So you have created a model, yes or no? Where you have created model? In model.py file. You have created model.py file. Once you have created model of .py file, you have defined the model. In this model, you have need to convert into database table, into SQL table. So you can check here one more thing here. So here one thing we need to make change. What one thing? You can check here. In the main project url.py file, yes, no, we have need to include our application URL. So we are including which application? CRUD app. But what we want to include? URL. So here we need to write CRUD app.urls. We need to add our application, CRUD application URL in the main project URL file. Now we will move our model.py file. In our application, we have created one model.py file. Now we have created one model. Now this model, for this model, we need to generate one table. How we can generate a table? Let's now we type this command Python. In the terminal, you can type Python manage.py, and here we need to write command make migration command. Let's run this command. Okay, here is the error. What is saying? Module not found, no module found, CRUD app. Okay, what meaning of this line? Check here once again. Actually, we have write the command, which command? Python, you can check here. We need to write the command Python space manage.py make migration. Actually, we need to convert, yes, no, we need to generate one SQL table for this your model, yes, no. But this model available inside which application? This model available under CRUD application. So after that, you can specify your application. In that application, your model is available. Because within a project, you can create multiple application. In multiple application, you can define different your multiple models. And now, which models for which model we need to generate SQL table? We need to generate SQL table for those model that are we have defined under CRUD app application. Now press enter once again. Now you can check here once again. Okay, check still it's saying module not found. Actually, you can check here. Your module, your application name is CURD. You can check here. What name you have given? CURD app. Okay, go to the setting.py file. Check here. Install app. Okay, the problem is that you have given wrong name. What the name? CURD app. So let's copy this one and go to the terminal once again. Now you can make it clear. Run this command once again. Okay, before going to run command, please save all the file. Let's run this command once again. So your module name is a CRUD app. Yes, no? Now press enter. Now you can check it. Now you can check your model is created. Actually, your application name is a CRUD app. You need to check your application and URL.pattern in URL.py files of main project. You also give the same application name, whatever application you have created. So we have created application with name CRUD app. So CRUD app. So now we run this command Python manage.py make migration and application name. Once you run, you can check it. It will create model. Yes, no? Now it will generate one model for your model class. After running this command, now we need to run more command Python manage.py migrate command. There are two commands we need to run migrate. Actually, first command what does? First command, actually this command will create and commit the table in the database. First command will convert your model in SQL tables and second command will execute those commands. Let's now we execute those commands. Now you can check here, it will execute those commands. Now your model is created. If you want to check whether model is created or not created, so how you can check? So for that, you need to create super user. You need to create a super user. How we can create super user? So you need to type command Python manage.py create super user, create super user, create super user. Press enter. Now it will create one super user. You can give a name. Suppose I give the name like Asu. And you can give email address. If you want to give, you can give. Otherwise, you can ignore it. You can give password. I give password like 1234. Let's type password once again. 12345. 12345. And now it will ask, you want to bypass this validation? You can press yes. You can bypass this validation. Now user is successfully created. Now you can run your application. Now we run our project. How we can run? Python manage.py run server. Now we run our project. Now once application is started, you can copy this URL and go to the browser. You can open browser and now paste this URL. Now you can check. So here we have root user. If you want to open the admin page, so we have URL/admin. So you need to type here /admin, and on press enter. Now it will populate admin page. And here you can give the username. I have created username with name Ashu, password 12345, and now press enter. Now you can check here, guys. You can check here. So this is the admin page. And now in this admin page, you can check here whatever user you have created. In the user, you can check those users. You can click on user. You can check here. Here we have one user with name user. This is a one user. Yes, no? This is a one user. And now, but where is the model our? I'm not able to see my model. So whatever model we have generated. Okay, if you want to show those model in this admin page, yes, no. So what you need to do, you need to go your VS Code, and here you can check here in your project, go to your application. In your application, we have one file admin.py file. Actually, after creating a model, so those model you need to register with your admins. Once you have registered, then you are able to see that model in your admin page. So how we can register? You need to go your admin.py within your application. And now here you can use admin. Using admin, you can register admin.site. You can use site, and .registered. You can use register. And here you can pass your model. Where your model available? Your model available in your application. So first of all, you need to import that model. From where you need to import? From your application. So you can write from your application name is a CRUD app dot. In this you have models. You can check here. From this you need to import which model? You need to import. You can check student model. And you can pass that model. You can check here. You can pass that model to register method. So once you have registered your model, now you are able to see that model in your admin page. Okay, let's now, after registering this model, now go to your terminal. Now we stop the server once again. We stop the server. Let's we clear the console. Now again run those commands. First we run the command Python manage.py make migrations, and then after you can specify your application name. So within this application, whatever models we have defined, those models needs to convert it into SQL table. Now you can check here, and then now you need to run which command? Make migration. Let's migrate command. Now we run it. Okay, no migration. Yes, no. Apply all migrations. Okay, now what we need to do? Again, go to the your admin page and refresh your admin. Go back admin page. Okay, now run our server once again. We need to run our server. So now clear the screen. Now run the server. Python manage.py run server. Once server is started, go back and refresh your web page. Now you can check here. Once you have registered, you can check here. You can check you have one application. Which application? Within a project? CRUD app. With an application, you have one model. You can check here. Whatever model you have defined, corresponding for that model, one SQL table is created. You can check here. One student is model is created. Okay. So right now your table is created, but in this model, you can check here, there is no record. If you want to insert record from here, you can insert from here also. So if you want to insert from here, you can insert here. But if you want to insert from your view, yes, no, from your template, you can insert data from the template. So let's now we are trying to implement. So we are need to implement CRUD operation. Yes, no. So first we have created our model. Our model is ready. Once model is ready, then what we need to do? Okay, corresponding this model. Actually, in this model, whatever we have field, you can check here. We have name, email, roll number, etc. We can create one form. Django form. We can create Django form, and we can enter the data into Django form, and that Django form, whatever data we have entered, those information we need to insert into this our model. Okay, so now we will create new file in the application. You can check here in your application, there is no file with name form.py. If you want to create Django form, then within application, you need to create new file with name forms.py file. Which file? Forms.py file. You need to create forms.py file. So here we are going to define our forms. So let's now we define our form. So if you want to define a form, yes or no? So first of all, you need to import from Django, yes or no? Django, you need to import form modules, import forms module. And then you need to start the form. But here, actually, we want to create one Django form, yes or no? So we need to import Django form module. And after importing the Django form, we have also connect our database with our form. Yes, no? Database means whatever database model we have defined, that model we need to connect with our form. Which model we have created? This model. Yes, no? Student. So this model we need to connect with our form. So we need to connect our form. So let's now we import that model. So model we need to import. We need to import models from where? Models available where, guys? Models available under application. You can check here. Model available where, guys? Models available in our application. What is the application name? CRUD. Yes, no? CUR. You can CRUD app dot. Here you have models. Which model you need to import? You need to import student model. You can check it. Here we have student model. Now we have import student model. So once we have import the student model, now we define student form. So here how we can define form? You can define one Python class student form by inheriting predefined class forms. So under forms module, we have class forms. Now we have created one student form. But in this form, actually what we want, we require all the field, same field, whatever field available in your model. It means you need to bind your form with your model, yes or no? So if you want to bind with your form with your model, so within your form, you can define one meta class. You can define one meta class, yes or no? Meta class. And within a meta class, you can use one property model. In the model, you can give your model name. You have one model with name student. And now in this student, whatever we have fields, you can use one property fields. And now here we are using one special underscore underscore all underscore underscore. So here student form is the model, yes, no, from class name. Model is a student which represent table that you need to store the information, this form. And here we have using one attribute fields. It give the value underscore underscore all. It represent the model field that you need to show in your front end side. Actually, here we are binding our form with our model. Yes, no. So for this form, what is a model? For this form, student is a model. And in this form, which field you want to represent? I want to represent all the fields that are available in the student model. So here we are using one fields attribute and I have set the value underscore underscore all underscore underscore. So what it will did, it will set all the fields, whatever fields are available in your model for your student form. It means one student form is created with same field, yes, no, whatever fields available in your model. Okay, after creating a student form, now we need to populate this form, yes, no? So how we can populate this form? We need to define a view, yes, you know? So we need to define a view. So we need to go to our where views folder. So go to your views, right? Sorry, go to the views.py file. Okay, you can check here. In your views, yes, no, we need to define your form. Yes, no. Sorry, in views, you need to define your views. Let's now we define our view. But before going to define view, let's understand actually view what return. View needs to return template. So this your application. You can check it, guys. Within your application, actually we require to place templates. Yes, no, and static files. Yes, no. So where we need to place template? So within application, we need to create one folder like template folder. I create one template folder and all the templates that we have required for your application, we need to place under templates folder. So now here I'm going to create one folder in the application and give the name like as a templates. Templates. Under templates, we can create a templates. So let's now we'll move to our VS Code. Now you can check here within a CRUD application, we have one folder templates, and under templates, we can create a template. Let's now we're going to create one new template. I give the name like index.html. I have created new template index.html. So here we have application. With an application, if you want to place any templates, so you can create templates folder. Under templates, you can place all the required templates. So I have placed all the required template. Now you need to set the template file location. Yes, no? What you need to set? You need to set the template file location. So if you want to set the template file location, so you need to go setting.py file. Yes, no? You can check here. In the template, yes, no? And here you can check here. Here we have template directory. Install app, yeah, directory. Okay. So we need to copy this URL, sorry, this path, and go to your our application. You can check CRUD project. In the CRUD project, we have setting.py file. Now we need to import OS, import OS, and now here we have template directory location. You can check here. So here we can declare on variable templates underscore directory, yes, no, equal to, and you can specify your template directory. What our template directory? So our template directory os.path, yes, no, you can specify one variable, and in this variable you can specify os.path base directory and templates folder available in your application. So template folder available in your application. What is your application name? Your application name is a CRUD. You can check here. Your application name is a CRUD app slash. Yes, you know. So this is your location for your templates. Actually, template folder available in your application. So we have saved this, and now we need to pass template directory in the directories. So template directory, templates directory. So now we have set the template directory. Now here you need to remember actually your template, which template path you need to set that are available in your application. What is your application name? CRUD application. Now you can save. Yes, no, you can save all. And now you need to move to your application. Your application name is, you can check your CRUD application. Within a CRUD application, we have index.html. Yes, no, within a template. Now, in this index.html, what we need to do? We need to render the form. Yes, no, which form? We need to render student form. We need to render student form. So first of all, we need to go our views. Now here we define our view. So here first we are going to define our view. So let's here we create one view. So here I define one view, def show form. I give the name like just show form. Yes, no, show form view. And now this is a view which take request parameter. Now what we need to return render, yes, no? So return render, and the render first parameter you need to pass request object. Second parameter you need to pass template name. What the template name? Index.html. And now, but here what we need to do? I need to pass the form. I need to pass. Actually, first we need to render the form simply, yes, no? But which form? So we need to create that student form, yes, no? So student form available where, guys? In the forms module. So we need to import from. We need to import. Here we have. You can check here. Your application name is a CRUD app. Under CRUD app, you have forms. Now from forms, we need to import which form? Student form. Yes, no? Student form. Now we have import student form. Now what we need to do? Here we need to create one empty student form. So I created one form equal to which form? Student form. So here just we create one empty form, and that empty form we need to pass our template. How we can pass? Using context object. So you can pass here dictionary, and here where you can specify key like form colon its value. What is the value? Form. Yes, you know. Now save it. Now after that, what you need to do? You need to go to the template, and this form we need to render. Which template? Index.html. Now in this index.html, we write up HTML code. So HTML open and close. Now under head, we have head section. Now we have body section. Now we create a body section. Within a body section, now what we need to create template. So here first we create one form tag, yes, no? Now form tag is open and close. Once you have created a form, within a form, we need to populate that form, yes, no? So within a form tag, we need to populate that form. If you want to populate that form, you can write double curly braces and you can specify that key name. What is the key name? Form. Now it will populate that form. And after populating that form, now you need to access that view. To access that view, you need to bind the URL. So where we need to bind? URL.py file. And here we need to import that view. So from where we can import view? From in which application? In the CRUD application. Okay, we need to import view. So view actually available where? In your application. What is your application name? CRUD application. Yes, no? Application name is a CRUD app. Okay, you can current directory dot from. Oh, sorry, we need to import. Which view we need to import? Views. We need to import views. Okay. Now you can save it. Save our. Let's define the view. We add the path. So path, what the view? So form. So hyphen suppose so slash for which view? So here we have views dot for which view this URL pattern. This view is for so form. You can check it. Here we have view so form. Now you can save it. You can save it. Now go to the browser once again and let's check here, guys. Now we type this URL and refresh your page. You can check here. Your application can be accessed by using which URL pattern? /CRUD. Yes, no? You can type /CRUD and then within a CRUD application, you have one URL /so. If you press enter, now you can check here, it will render the view. Which view? Index.html. Go to the index.html. Yeah, right now it's not showing. Just like here we write the heading tag and we'll check. welcome, welcome. Just write down welcome. Now save once again. Now you can save once again. Go back, refresh your page, type /CRUD. You can check it. And within a CRUD, okay, what is the URL? CRUD. Okay, now you can check here. Welcome form is populated. Welcome, yes, no? Index.html gets involved. But actually here form is not populated. So you need to check in your views, whatever form you pass. Which form you pass? Student form. What is the key name you have given? FORM. So you can check index.html. What the key? Okay, check your form. Actually, your form is not populated. Yes, you know, if you refresh your page, your form is not populated. Why your form is not populated? In the last session, yes, no, previously we have discussed how we can create form in Django. Yes, no, Django form. So we can create Django form just by defining class by inheriting predefined form class. But actually here, my requirement, we need to create which form? We need to create model form. Model form means whatever your model has field, those field needs to become as a field for your form. Yes, no? So here you have created normal form. Yes, no? Django normal form. In case of Django normal form, you need to define your field. But if you want to define Django model form, in that case, whatever your model has field, those field become as your form field. Then in that case, you need to define model form. So how you can define model form? So if you want to define model form, so in place of form class, you not need to inherit, you need to inherit model form class. Which form? Model form. So once you inherit model form, then your form become as a model form. It means now you have defining model form, and in this model form, your model is a student, and whatever your model contains field, those field will be available for your student form in front end. Now you save once, and now you can refresh your web page. Now you can check here, your form is created. Now your form has name, email, roll number, and sex. Now once form is created, now what we need to do? Once form is created, now we want to create one submit button, and we want to submit the data. So if you want to submit the data, so now go to your index.html. Let's here we create one button, input type equal to submit. Input type equal to submit. I created one button, input type equal to submit. I give the value equal to submit. And now we close this input tag. Once we have closed this tag, now we need to submit this form. So here we need to specify action attribute. In the action, we need to specify the URL of your view, which is responsible to process this form. And here we can use method. In the method, you can specify post request. So you need to input post request. Yes, you know, you need to submit the form. So which view is responsible to process this form? So go to your views.py. We have show form. Similar, we define one more view, process form. Yes, no. I'm going to define one process form. Yeah, we can give a create. Simply, we can give a name like create. I want to create new student. So if you want to create new student, before going to create a student, you can check here. We need to check, yes, no, whether your request is post request or not. So how we can check? If condition, you can use request object, request dot method. You can use method equal request dot method equal post. If your request method is post, then what we want? If request method is a post, then we want to create one form. So let's we create one form, student form, form equal to student form, and this student form we can understand. we create one student form by passing that data. Yes, no? How we can pass that? Using request object. Request dot, and here we can pass post. Request dot post. Okay. After that, we can check here. You can check if form is valid. Yes, no? How we can check if condition form on the form you can call which method is underscore valid method. Is underscore valid. If form is valid, then what we want to do? Form valid, it means whatever based on your business requirement, you need to enter the information, you have enter correct data. And if form is valid, then what we want to? We want to save the form. So you can call directly form on that form save method. We have one method save method. You can save the form. You can save the form. Actually, you have created one model form. It means your form is synchronized with your model. It means you have saved the form. It means you have saved a model. So you can call directly form.save method. Once you call the form.save method, it means it will save your model. It will save your model. If your request method is not a get request, yes or no, then what you need to do? You can create empty form and you can render that form. Yes, So you can check here. If this condition is false, else, then what we can create? We can create one empty form. We can create one empty form. We can create that empty form and we can pass. And now we render index.html. Yes, no? Index.html. Now we have defined this create view. Now we need to define the URL pattern for this view. Go to the url.py. We add one more URL. So copy the path, add new URL for which view. I give the URL like create and views dot which view. This URL pattern for create view. Create. Now you can save this page. Once you have saved, go to the web page, and once you can refresh, you can check it. If you refresh web page, you can check it. And go to your form index.html. In the action, you need to specify the action. So what is the action? You can check here. Action is a create. Yes, no? Create. What the URL pattern? /create. Let's save it. Refresh your page. If you enter name, suppose I enter name and email ID and roll number, suppose 1 section, suppose A. If you click on submit button, now you can check here what the URL becomes /create. This is not a valid URL. Okay. Here we need to type /create. /create. Go back once again. And now refresh once again. Now enter data once again. Email, roll number. And now submit your data. Okay. Actually, URL is not matches. Okay, here we can write /create. Okay, let's save once again. If you submit this data, you can check here. If you directly submit the form, your form is not submitted. Yes, no? So if form is not submitted, and now press the submit button. And now what is the URL? Django/. Okay. Now you can check here. What is the problem here? Problem actually this URL at an application level you need to access. Yes, no? So what your application name? Your application name, your application you can access by using this URL. Yes, no? So here you need to give your application CRUD/create. Now you can save once again. Check here because this URL for application level. Yes, no? Let's refresh once again. And you enter some data. Yes, no? And now enter some data. If you click on submit button, now you can check here what become CRUD. So okay, URL is not properly matches. Okay. We are appending this slash CRUD slash create. Once again, we can refresh this web page. Email, roll number, you can check here all the possible cases. If you click on submit button, now you can check here, guys. Your URL become slash CRUD slash create. It's fine. But here you can check here, you will get forbidden error. Why? Actually, when you submit the form, you need to cross verify this token. Yes or no? So what we need to do, go to the template. In the template before submitting this form, we need to add this token. Let's submit, save this form and try to submit once again. If you click on username, roll number, I have given suppose 1, section I given A. If you click on submit button, now you can check your form is data is submitted. If you want to check whether data is inserted into the form or not, you can log in admin portal. Yes or no? /admin. You can press enter. You can check here, guys. In your student model, you can check here. How many entries added? One entry is added. You can check here. Now, how many student? One student added. You can check here. What the student name you have entered to email tusar@gmail.com. Roll number 1. So whatever data you have inserted, that data will populate here. Yes, yeah, no. Now data that populated here. Now we have populated that data. Once data is inserted, then we have populated that data. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to read the data also. We need to read the data. Okay, if you want to read the data and render the data into the template, so what do you need to do? Again, go to the views and define new views. So here I'm going to define new views. I want to read the data. So I give the view name like read. And here we can pass request object as a parameter. And now you can check here. So you want to read the data, yes, no? So you want to read the data from which model? Student model, yes, no? So whatever in student model objects are available, we want to retrieve all objects. How you can retrieve? You can retrieve using student. You need to import student model. So how we can import? Now we import student model from CRUD application. In the CRUD application, we have models. In this model, we need to import which model? Student model. Yes, no? We need to import student model. In this student model, once you have imported the student model, so you need to read all student data. Yes, no? So model's name on the model, you can call one objects. Yes, no? Objects. On the objects, you can call all method. Which method? All method. All method what written? It written all the objects, all the models object which are available in your database. So you can store in one variable. So I give the variable name like data. So we store in one variable. Now this data we need to pass our template and we need to render that data. So here we have written a render and now we pass request object as a parameter. First parameter, second parameter is a file name. I created one read.html template. And now this data we need to pass, you can pass in the form of dictionary context object you can put. In the context, we have created one key with name data and we set the value as data. Now what we need to do, we need to create a template with name read.html. So go to the template folder and let's create one more template and give the template name like read.html. In this template, what we need to read the data. So let's remove this form tag. So I want to populate that data in the form of table. So you can use table tag, table tag is open, table tag is close. You can open table and open close. Within a table, I'm creating one tr tag, tr open, tr close. Within a tr, we are creating table heading. What are the table heading? Student name, th, This is the first, and then student ID, sorry, whatever student email, roll number, and section. Student email, roll number, and section. I created roll number and section. This TR we have created. Okay, actually, in first time, once you inserted data, yes or no? So in the table, we first row contain this table heading, but second row, how many rows required to present? Actually, we need to create same number of rows, whatever number of object available in your model. So we need to generate these rows dynamically. So we need to create new row, but this row we need to generate dynamically. So how many rows? Whatever objects are available. You can check here. From view you're passing data. From your view you're passing data. In this data, whatever data is available, that number of rows we need to generate. This row we need to generate dynamically. So we can use for loop, guys. So how we can use for loop in the template? If you want to use for loop in the template, you can use template tag curly braces, and you can write percentage within a percentage. Yeah, here you can write your for loop. So then this is the for loop I'm using. From D in data, we have key one data. Yes, no. From data we are extracting is data and putting in D. This is your open loop, and now we want to close this loop. So now we have closed this loop. Percentage. I'm writing in the for. Yes, no. In the for closing the loop. So we have closed the loop. So this is the opening loop and this is a closed loop in the template. Yes, no. So we can use template tag. Within a template tag, yes, you can use the loop. Within a loop, we need to write this tr. It means same number of rows needs to be generated, whatever number times this loop repeated. And here, actually, what we need to display? Here we need to use td tag. Yes, no? Td tag. And now in this td, we need to display which variable value. In the D, we have information. So you can use D dot which property? Name property. So we can access from data. Which property? Name property, similar roll number, and you can specify name and D dot email, and D dot roll number, and we have D dot section. You can check here in your portal also. What is the field name? Roll number, and go to your model.py. Roll number is fine. Go to your view, and read that HTML. Now it's fine. So here we are using for loop in a template tag. Yes, no? Now you can save. Now we need to define the URL pattern. So go to the URL pattern, url.py, and here we need to define one more URL. Let's now we add one more path. This path we need to add for which view? Read view. What is the path? Slash read, suppose. You can save. Okay. Let's now we try to access. Go to the browser. Now you can check here. I'm trying to access which view? Read view directly. I'm trying to access read view from here. You can check here. You will get information. Okay, you can check here. You will get information. Go to your read.html. In the table, we are using border attribute. Border. I'll give the border like 2 pixel. Let's save it and refresh once again. Now you can check here. You are able to read that data. Yes, how many record is available? Only one record is available. Yes, no? If you want to insert one more record, yes or no, again you can insert new record. You can check here. You have form, yes or no. If you insert one more data, so you can insert new data, yes or no. Suppose I insert like John, yes or no, and John at the rate gmail.com. Roll number I give the 2, section I give the B. If you click on submit button, you can check here, enter a valid email address. Okay, so gmail.com, yes or no. Now you can click submit button. Now your form is submitted. Now you can check it. If you want to read those data, you have url/read. You can check it. You are able to read all those data. Yes, you know. So you can check here. In this way, you can read and write. But instead of writing the URL in the URL bar, you can generate a links. Yes, no. So you can generate a links. So go to the your views. In this view, yes, no, we can create def show links. So links. I define one view and which return or render. In this render, we pass the request object, comma, second parameter we pass the template name. Let's template name is uh, welcome. Suppose welcome.html. Welcome.html. So go to the templates. So I have created just like index.html. You can create one more template in welcome.html. In this welcome.html, what you need to do, nothing. You need to create, yes, hyperlinks. You can use UL tag. UL tag is close. Within a UL tag, I created ally tag. Ally tag is close. Let's now we create anchor tag. Anchor tag. Now I give the anchor tag like href equal to, what is href? I give the href like slash. Okay, I will change. Okay, so here suppose you want to add a new student. Yes, no. If you click add new student, then here you need to give the URL. Yes, no. And now here, so all student. So all student. So you can check here how you can get all student information using this URL. Yes, no, /create/read. You can pass that URL //CRUD/read. Yes, no. And how you can add student using these URLs. Yes, CRUD create. Yes, no. So you can give this URL /CRUD create. Now you can save, and now you define in your views.py file. Okay, here we need to define colon symbol. Now you can save it. And now what you need to do, you need to define url.py file, and you need to add one more URL. So let's now we add this URL for which view? Views.show links. And now the URL is /link links. You can save it. Now once you save it, now go to the browser once again. Now you can check here actually CRUD/links. Press enter. Now here you can check. If you want to click show all student, it will show all student. Yes or no? If you want to add new student, once you click, it will open one form. You can enter data. Yes or no? Peter gmail.com. We can enter roll number, we can enter section. And once you click submit button, data will submitted. And now once data is submitted, now what we need to do? We want to redirect the request. Suppose I want to redirect the request to show employee details, show student details, all student, yes, no? So all student, I want to redirect the request. So how you can redirect request from one view to other view? So if you want to redirect the request from one view to other view in Django, you can use redirectional concept. So let's understand, actually after creating the student information, we want to redirect view in which view? To show student detail view. So how we can redirect? Let's understand. So you can check here. This is a create view. This is a create view. Once a student is created, then you need to redirect. Yes, you need to redirect. After creating the records, you need to redirect the request to which view? Here you can check here. Here we have one view, read view. So we want to redirect the request to which view? We want to redirect the request to our which view, guys? Our read view. So here you can use redirect. So you need to import a redirect. What you need to import? A redirect. So let's now we can redirect. So we need to import here redirect. You can check it. You can use redirect, and here you have HTTP response redirect also. So which view you want to redirect? You can specify that. Okay, first we check the redirect. So we want to redirect. So in place of render, yes, no. What you need to return? You need to return. You need to return. You can check here. You need to return redirect. Redirect. And here in this redirect, you can specify your application name. What your application name? CRUD app, and then colon, you can specify that view name. So what is the destination view or read? Yes, no? So you can specify that view URL. What the URL for that view? You can check in url.py file and read URL. Yes, sir. Okay, go to your views. Actually, first time when client make a request as a get request, we need to populate that form. Yes, no? So what is this URL pattern for show forms? URL pattern for show forms show. So go to your templates, welcome template, and here actually in place of create, we need to write first which one? So now let's save it. Once you save it, refresh your page. Now you can check here. This your links. If you click show all student, you are able to display all student details. If you click add new student, you can check if form is populated. Once form is populated, you enter data. Suppose we enter data like Harry, yes, no? Harry @gmail.com, and roll number is 3, section is A. If you click on submit button, now you can check here. Okay, here CRUD app is not recognized namespace. Okay, check here, no reverse match. Okay, what problem? Okay, go back to your view, and now, okay, in place of redirect, you have one HTTP response redirect. You can check HTTP response redirect. So this object actually has to redirect from one view to other view. Okay, go to the create view. After redirect, actually here you can remove this line. In place of redirect, you can use HTTP response redirect. Create an HTTP response redirect object, and here you can specify where you need to redirect. What is the view? Yes, no. After saving the form, then you need to redirect. You can check here. Go back. If you click on show all student, what the URL /crud/read, and you can pass that URL. This is a URL. Yes, no. Now you need to redirect to this URL. For this URL, which view needs to invoke? Read view gets invoked. Now let's save it once again. And now go back. If you click add new student, if you enter new student detail, suppose I enter something, uh, something we insert, email something we have insert at the rate gmail.com we have follow, and roll number we have follow 6 and x1. Now we submit this form. Now you can check it. You have redirected to which view? Read redirect. And now you are able to populate that data you have inserted. So in this way, you can create a new student and you can read all the students that are available in your models. You can check here. You can check now your student entry. You can refresh you can check here. How many entries these are students are added into the database. You can check here. So in this way, we can read and write student information into the database. I hope it's clear. Thank you. So actually you can check here. I hope if you're not able to see, you can check here output once again. So you can check here. This is a links. Yes or no? If you want to show all student, you can able to show all student. If you click back button, if you add new student, here you can add new student. Like we added new student Mary at the rate gmail.com, and roll number suppose 7 and section A. If you click submit button, you can check it. It will redirect it to which view? Read view. You can check here. And now you can check here. You are able to populate that information. So in this way, you can perform read and write operation. So what you have did, you can check here. Here we define our different views. Create we used to create a new student. Read we used to read the all student information from the database. So I hope now it's clear. Thank you.